Hello, welcome to this video. We are going to highlight a play therapy intervention called Look at My Strengths. This is an intervention that I like to do with kids to help them really understand some of the strengths that they have and really feel good about knowing they have strengths and specifically what strengths they do have. It's also a great intervention to help me understand what their strengths are because I want to know what their strengths are as well in terms of possibly using those strengths to help them with any therapy goals or therapy needs that they may have. So, this is a really good intervention to do kind of toward the beginning, maybe of therapy, to again get both pieces of that information that can be very helpful. So, it's pretty simple in execution. We can explain to the child that we are going to do this activity where we're going to try to identify what their strengths are. Now, the child, depending on their age, may not know what that means. What are my strengths, right? Maybe that's just not terminology they've thought of or heard, and they just may not know how to proceed with that. So I do mix up the language sometimes. I know I'm looking for strengths, but I may not call it that. I might say we're going to identify things that you think you do really well, things that you think you're good at, and I'll even oftentimes add things that you like to do because I find that a lot of times the things that kids like to do are oftentimes connected with their strengths. So that's another good way to kind of get this information. So you can present that instruction however you think is best for the child that you're working with. So what we're going to use is construction paper. So just different colors of construction paper is what we'll need, and some scissors and some tape. So we start with that basic instruction. Let's try to think of different strengths you have. Again, you can say that differently. And then for each one, let's cut out a piece of construction paper, different color for each one. And then just a shape, a square, a triangle, just a random cutout, and write on it the strength. And if the child doesn't want to write or can't, we can help them with the writing part. So we cut out, we write each strength on here until the child is done. They've thought of everything that they can think of. They don't have any other things to think of for their strengths. And then we take each one and we put tape on the back of it, and then we tape it on the child somewhere, or they can tape it on themselves, up on their shoulders, their chest, on their arms, wherever they want to put their strengths. So they've got them all taped on themselves. And then what I like to do is go over to like a mirror in our playroom and have the child look in the mirror. And then we go through each strength. Like, okay, tell me about this one. Tell me about this one. What's this one? And we talk about what it is and how that is a strength in the child's life. I think it's just a really powerful element to have that visual where the child can look at themselves in the mirror and see their strengths while we're talking about them. And then what I really like to do at the end is take a picture, either with the parent's phone or their phone, or I can do my own and send the picture to the parent so the child actually has a picture of themselves wearing all of their strengths. And I'll show you a little example here in the video of one that I completed with a child. This is becoming one of my favorite directive play interventions to do. I love the concept. I love anything where we can empower and build up the self-worth, especially of the neurodivergent child, because we know that that is fundamentally so important for neurodivergent kids. And it's fundamentally so important if there's other things you want to try to address in therapy, that we start with that foundation of helping the neurodivergent child really appreciate their identity and also feel good about their self. So Look at My Strengths is the name of the intervention, and it is highlighted in one of my books. I think the AutPlay Therapy Handbook, maybe. Whatever one I put up here, because I can't even remember right now which one it's in. It is highlighted, and along with other strength interventions that you can do with kids. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching, and come back.